Number 727, standing in the name of Senator Singh. Senator Singh.
Thank you, Mr President. I ask that general business notice of motion number 727 relating to the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons be taken as formal.
Is there any objection to this motion being taken as formal? There being none, I call Senator Singh.
I move the motion and seek leave to make a brief statement.
The question is that that motion be agreed to. Those that is leave granted to make a brief statement? 2 minutes. Senator Singh.
Mr President, this motion was moved by the Prime Minister yesterday in the other place, reflecting the importance on this issue and its place in the architecture of Australian foreign policy. And this motion flows from the work of the Joint Standing Committee on Treaties, particularly Report 106, and I thank my colleagues and predecessors for their efforts in recognising their consensus view on this matter. I also had the honour this week meeting the Director of the Centre of Nuclear Non-Proliferation Disarmament, Professor Ramesh Thakur, as part of the United Nations Parliamentary Group. Professor Thakur clearly articulated that if we want to deal with the issues of nuclear proliferation, we must pursue disarmament. The only way to liberate the world from the terrible potential of nuclear conflict is to disarm, reduce and eventually abolish nuclear weapons. This motion recognises a number of efforts by Australia and by other nations to contribute to the disarmament regime and to aid its principal instrument, the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. In 1972, Australia joined New Zealand at the International Court of Justice in actions against nuclear testing in the Pacific. In 1995, we established the Canberra Commission, and in 2008 joined with Japan to establish the Independent International Commission on Nuclear Non-Proliferation and Disarmament. Again, in 2010, we partnered with Japan to establish the Non-Proliferation Disarmament Initiative. But if we are to one day realise the goal of a nuclear weapons-free world, a goal shared, I believe, by all parties in this Senate, we must continue the campaign against nuclear weapons as a priority in Australia's international agenda. We must redouble our efforts and constantly recommit to a world without the fear of nuclear weapons. I commend the motion.